there is an intensity, this sense of you have a goal in mind when you're walking to the ring.
Yes, a ready to fight. Like that is my mindset going in. I also want them to feel what I'm feeling and be like, okay, it's about that time.
You were a part of the first ever Lodestone.
I felt like I had to prove something. It has to be something that you're committed, not just interested in. It makes a lot of us want to feel seen, collaboration over competition.
How was it getting feedback from Bayley?
She is so
Ringville episode Janai Kai.
Yo, what's up everyone? How you doing? My name is Kevin Herrera Sanchez, KHS, and welcome to another episode of Ringville. Today I have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with someone you've seen wrestle for GCW, ETU, Ring of Honor, MLW, LPW, New Tradition, Lucha Libre. She is number 65 on the 2025 PWI Women's Top 250 Women's Wrestlers. She is the kick demon, Janai Kai. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You're someone who I absolutely wanted to sit down with, just have like a conversation, because your work is incredible.
Thank you.
No, of course. And one of the first things I wanted to talk to you about was you are a great example of someone walking into a room and the whole energy and vibe changes. You have this like unspokenness about you where there is an intensity and this sense of you have a goal in mind when you're walking to the ring.
Yes.
And I wanted to know, does that come to you naturally, or did you have to work on certain skills?
That comes to me naturally only because when I come out, I'm in a different zone.
Okay.
When I see the ring, I'm ready to go. Like I get excited.
Yeah.
I'm ready to showcase who I am, what my style is. I'm ready to fight. Like that is my mindset going in. So when I'm coming out, I want everyone to feel that energy.
Yeah.
And if you see as well, like I do like to entertain the fans when I walk out, like I acknowledge them, yes. But I also want them to feel what I'm feeling and be like, okay, it's about that time, that type of feeling, you know what I mean?
Right, because there is this like murderous energy to you.
Yeah.
Where it's like you walk out or we just hear your music playing and I instantly feel bad for whoever is or whoever is coming out after. Because there is such an intensity to you, and that is very much your MMA background.
Right.
Right? Like, what would you say you work on in terms of like performance or in terms of like even facial expressions?
Every day I kind of think about it. It's like, what can I boost up a little bit? What seasoning can I add to my character? Yes. When it comes to facials, that's one thing I could say that I really worked on the most, because I feel like that's very important in your wrestling too, because it tells more of that story of like your character and what's going on. And I was working on that a lot, like in front of the mirror.
Okay.
I recommend like for anyone who's a wrestler coming up to just look in the mirror, work on your facials, see what facials that you got going on, what works with your face. What do you want to show? What kind of vibe do you want to bring? What energy do you want to bring or want people to feel? So when I started wearing like a mouthpiece, and I was like, okay, how can I make this very like devious?
Yeah.
But let me smile with it. Ooh, yes, that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So it's like little things like that. The mirror is your best friend when it comes to that, or if you're trying to practice promos or something. So always look in the mirror to see how you look. Because then you know, okay, I know how to work the cameras and everything. So it's a big thing when it comes to like facials and stuff like that. But everything also comes from inspiration from like the music I listen to, the way that people move, like certain bands that I listen to, like the way that they move. That's where I got my like movement from, like when it comes to my entrance. So I take little bits and parts of inspiration. And then I practice like my facials and then just put it all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what are like some musical acts that inspired you?
So I listened to a lot of Japanese rock when I was in high school. Yes. And they had that dark energy.
Yeah.
And the way that they move was just so beautiful. Because when I walk out from an entrance, everyone knows like I bring my arms up, right? And like I do like these crazy like hand movements. I got that from them because that's how they work the cameras in their music videos. So I thought, okay, like I need to pay tribute to them because like they saved me throughout high school.
They held it down.
Yes. So like, okay, I'm gonna do like the hand movements and everything because like they were working the cameras in those music videos.
They're performing.
So, yes. And yeah, and these Japanese rock bands, like I recommend people to at least take a look at how they look. If you don't want to listen to them, it's all good because it is Japanese music. But look at their style. Look how they're dressed. Look at they wear makeup too. They're very like androgynous. So that's like also a little bit what I took from them. It's like the way they move, the way their look is, their style. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's super fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like you do find inspiration from anything.
Yes.
Anything and everything.
Yes.
What would you say inspired you then, like your actual look when it came to your gear, when it came to your hair?
Well, my hair was like a random decision.
Random.
Yes, very random decision because it was more like a healthy thing. So that, like this part of my hair wasn't the healthiest, so I decided to like shave the sides.
Okay.
It was breaking.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I was wanting to try the mohawk. So one day I just went to the hair salon and I told her, just shave it down a little bit. Just a little bit, just to see how it was. Yes, and she did. And I was like, okay, cool, but it kept growing back quick. So I was like, all right, put it down to the skin. And I was like, okay, this is
that zero.
Yeah, give me the zero, yes. And then I was wearing it with like curly hair when I started, and then I straightened it and I put it in the ponytail. And then like people were like saying that I looked like an assassin, like samurai
100%.
type look. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do this look. We're gonna rock with that. So that's like where the hairstyle really came from. Like the gear is obviously inspiration from my martial arts background. So I kind of like put it all together in that way. But I always envisioned myself wearing something that was inspired by my martial arts background.
And you've been doing martial arts since you was a kid.
Yes.
Okay. What was that transition like from MMA to wrestling?
It was a pretty smooth transition. Yes. So like I started with Taekwondo when I was 6 years old. Then I got my black belt like around 11 years old. Yeah.
What a black belt?
Yeah.
At 11?
Yeah.
That's
11
insane.
years old. Yeah. It was intense training too.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, I was going through school and it was like around high school, like after high school, I got into kickboxing, Muay Thai. I'm currently training boxing, I'm a boxing coach. But yeah, I went through all those type of like stand-up martial arts.
Okay.
And then I got into wrestling a little bit after college, and it was only because, okay, so I was training for a fight, for a kickboxing fight, and my opponent, she pulled out the fight last minute.
You spoke with her.
Yes, but we got the fight.
That's great.
Yeah. And so I cut like 20 pounds for this fight, by the way.
Which is not easy.
Not at all. It was, to be honest, it was kind of unhealthy for me to cut that much. And so I thought, you know what, maybe this is a sign for me to go to wrestling, because this is something that I also thought about for a long time, since I was 13. And I was like, all right, let me go try wrestling, because I'm going to regret it if I don't. So I went over and I moved to Orlando, and I trained for 2 years, and the whole like transition, it felt smooth and it felt familiar.
Okay.
Not only because like I had just watched wrestling for a long time since I was a kid, and actually I already knew about wrestling, but like when I'm moving in the ring, it feels familiar.
Okay.
And when I was moving around and doing the rolls, everything was just so natural for me. And even my coach was like, he could tell that I have a background. Like, he's like, all right, keep moving the way you're moving, because that's what's going to make you different.
Right.
So I was like, all right. So as long as I maintain that uniqueness that I have and like implement it. It's good. That's how it's gonna be more fun for me.
Yeah.
But also it's just gonna like help with the growth of their training. So it's like I kind of already established or knew who I was or who I wanted to be when it came to being a wrestler. So that's what kind of helped with the transition to be smooth as well.
Your foundation is set.
Yes, yes.
A lot of the physicalness of MMA and those skills you picked up just transferred over to wrestling.
Right.
And I'm curious as to like how was then like the mental shift? Because in MMA you are trying to hurt someone, you are trying to put them in certain holds, or trying to like win an actual like fight. With wrestling, you kind of have to hold back. You kind of protect people, but make it look like you're hurting them. And like, what was the shift like in that?
So it wasn't such a terrible shift because a lot of people think when someone's in like MMA, they're going to hurt somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we might be a little bit stiffer, like because it's like we don't know how to be a little bit loose or let someone have something,
Right.
For me, I think it was just more so like when it came to like kicks and stuff, it's like, all right, pro wrestling kick, like we're gonna kick here on this part of the body and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool. Like as long as I'm gonna be safe about it, then I'll do it. But I kind of saw the difference already. Like, all right, I get it, because I get what pro wrestling is. Like I already knew. Like I wasn't coming fresh out of MMA and not knew what pro wrestling was. So in that way, like that's how I knew, like, okay, like this is going to be okay for me to get into it. It wasn't too hard for me to understand how to do like certain things that made it different.
Right. What would you say is tougher in terms of like training? Was like the MMA training or the wrestling training?
Like you said, like in MMA training, you're training because you basically to maybe tap something, like you trying to get them out of the misery, like just out. And wrestling is, keeping them safe and all the things. So I would say with wrestling, it is a little bit tough, yes, because like in-ring cardio is insane. With MMA fights, like you can control things at certain times when you're sparring or whatever, but it's still tough because, like, for me, from my experience, we're cutting weight at the same time, and then like we're training for hours a day. When you're cutting weight, that's what makes it tough when it comes to the MMA training.
Yeah.
Wrestling, yes, you can control the pace and all of that. You're not cutting weight, so that's how it makes it a little bit easier when it comes to the training. But it's still very intense because then again, in-ring training, I know people who came from MMA who think in-ring training for pro wrestling is tough. So yeah, like they have like different parts of them. I can't say which one is like harder than the other because there's just so many parts about it. Yeah,
that's totally.
Yeah.
But it's like you have just to be committed to both.
Yes,
absolutely. 100%.
It needs to be not even a hobby. It has to be something that you're committed, not just interested in.
And like, I believe you are someone who is very committed. Like, you moved from the DMV area to Orlando to train in wrestling. And did you know anybody in Florida?
Nope, I didn't know anybody. I moved down there because, like, I knew like the PC was down there, and like there's like wrestling schools and stuff. So I saw it as the area to be at. And where I am at, there's not a lot of wrestling unless I want to drive 3 hours to the school. Yeah. So I was like, let me go where basically there's like a lot of wrestling going on. So I went over to Orlando, and I trained here for like 2 years.
Like how hard of a decision was that to make?
To be honest, it wasn't that hard.
Really?
Because it was like after college. And then after that training situation, it was like a gut feeling. It was like, all right, I got the right people. Yeah. And I did all the research myself. Like I found a roommate and all of that. I got that whole situation settled. And I was like, all right, we're going to go in a month. Like, I'm going to move over there in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
Once you're, like, when you have, a goal or just, like, a dream in mind, you'll do anything to reach it. So
That's great. No, I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get to Orlando, Florida, you start training then. It's like, how is it like then kind of branching out, having your first couple matches, meeting different people, networking?
It was kind of tough because I'm thankful that I had a mentor. Like I had Santana Garrett who helped me out a lot because we did all women's training and she led it. And during that time, and she was like from the Mae Young Classic, she was fresh off of that. Like she was really popping, but she was guiding us girls in these classes, but also like teaching us the business side of things. So she would take us to even one of her shows, and then we would learn wrestling etiquette, and like she would let us know who was who and what to do and all of that. So it was nice because of her guidance.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of like tough because I'm so new. And so I don't know, like, how I'm gonna look, or like, like this is like little things like that. Or if I get thrown into a battle of what, like I didn't even have my gear together. I had compression shorts and a sports bra, and I had my black belt. And then I put a headband on. Like that was like my gear from the start. I wasn't even barefoot yet. I was wearing boots. So yeah, like that, I didn't know who I completely was yet. Like I had the idea, but I still wasn't confident. But she helped on that end to make me feel a little bit more comfortable at least.
That's really nice to hear. Yeah. It can be very scary to jump into something brand new. You don't have like no one to talk to.
Exactly.
But that's funny. You're like the first like 7 years you had it now.
Yeah.
Everything you've done to like even make a difference and something more comfortable for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, when did you decide to take off the boots?
It wasn't too long. Because I was not comfortable in them. I was like, I need something that I am comfortable in. I'm comfortable being a barefoot because that's what I mainly trained like. So I was like, let me put at least my ankle supporters on.
Okay.
Because that's from like the Muay Thai side.
Gotcha.
When I started moving around the ring and doing matches barefoot, I'm like, okay, yes, I'm moving more fluid this way. Like for some reason, the boots feel like a distraction to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's the same thing with the knee pads because people think I'm crazy for not wearing knee pads for wrestle too. But I'm like, it's a distraction. I don't know. Like, just I can feel it and I can't like move right.
It restricts them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, what is it like just walking around the arena? It's like this. You never touch a little floor that's a little too cold, and you're like, oof.
That's why I wear my sandals around. But like sometimes I forget my sandals.
Oof.
I'm like, well, we're doing this today. Tiptoe around, or I'm just gonna stay right here until it's my time to go out. I ain't walking around everywhere because people can see my dirty feet in the ring. Because y'all at the venues, they're not the cleanest. They're not the cleanest venues at all. So you don't want to be walking around no venue barefoot. No.
And then like you go in for a kick, you leave a toe print on somebody.
Ooh. No. That'd be ugly. I'm glad I didn't do that.
You see, she looks up here. She keeps her feet clean.
And another thing too is like to make sure that they're clean. I have wipes. I still wipe down my feet. Respect my opponent on that. It's gonna take you hard.
You're gonna get kicked with a clean foot.
Yes.
That's funny enough. In 2025, you were a part of the first ever Lodestone training camp. It was like a week of training that was like put together by WWE Superstar Bayley.
Yes.
It was you and 21 other women. We all went to Florida, Orlando, Florida. Just from the videos and just the coverage that it got, it seemed like it was this like once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to talk to wrestlers who are like at the top of the industry and also get like feedback, get advice, and just be in this room or be in this like situation where it was one created by women to lift and support other women in wrestling.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you?
It was a much needed experience for me, and I very much appreciate Bailey for starting something up like that because it makes a lot of us women feel seen. Because we are coming from different backgrounds. There's other women there who came from other countries, and we're all grinding it out. We're all in that same type of time. Like we're trying to reach our dream. And I mean, the energy overall was great because of the fact that we all knew that we were all in this basically together. Like we're all trying to get somewhere. But it's tough, and we all know that, and we respect each other for it. And so I very much appreciate not only like being around the women of the indies that were there, but also the main roster talent that showed up during these days who appreciated us. Because we don't know that. We don't, being on the indies is tough because it's like, okay, who actually knows we out here? Right. We out here, we have a lot of talent, and it's like, to see like the main roster talent and say like, oh, that they look up to us, or like Charlotte said that, or or they appreciate us and everything. It feels great. And again, like for Bailey to I know that she's been eyeing the indies and stuff, but for her to actually have a seminar that's free, all we had to do was fly ourselves out, no problem. But like for her to show that she appreciates us and wants to help us out as much as she can with like what we could do or work on, right? And bringing more confidence too, because like some of us, like we do have the confidence, we know who we are. It's just like we always have something running in the back of our mind where it's like, okay, is this correct? Like, should I still be doing what I'm doing right now? Like, am I missing something? So this is just, and I said this before, this was like confirmation and a lot of clarification that came out of this, like for me personally, because I'm hitting 9 years and I'm like, okay, am I doing the right thing?
Is this working?
Yeah, it's working. Like, I'm getting a lot of good feedback, and like, fans come up to me and they love what I do, and I'm so thankful for that and just everything. But it's like, all right, where do we go from here? And that's why I also wanted to do the seminar, because I haven't done one in a long time. But I felt like this was something like, all right, let me put myself in front of these people's eyes and see what they think about me and what feedback they have for me. So yeah, overall, it's just like a great experience, especially on that end, because I needed that confirmation, that feedback, because I knew I was going to end that seminar with a lot of answers, which I did. Yeah.
What would you say are some of the most important questions that were answered during that time?
To continue to be different.
Okay.
Because that's what is ultimately important. The higher ups are typically looking here. So just be different, be yourself, be authentic, and storytelling. Like you want to make people feel like they're watching you wrestle. So you do like all the moves and stuff like that, but ultimately they want to relate to you. So it's like a lot of that. Another thing is that was big was collaboration over competition. So you want to collaborate with other wrestlers, like team up, really work together on this, because you can create something beautiful instead of competing. Because like I said, like we all are on the same type of time. We're all trying to get somewhere. We're all going to end up somewhere. So let's just collaborate and put ourselves out there, like work together. Like let's have a great match together and stuff like that, and showcase what we now showcase. So collaboration over competition was a big thing when it came to the seminar. And they also said that, well, Bayley said that what she saw in all of us was character. And that's what she was also looking for when she was watching matches, because she watched everyone's match, everyone that submitted. So she was looking for those who had like some sort of character and who had that energy from like the beginning of the match to the end of the match, who kept up that energy. So that was a lot of that too. But yeah, that's what I overall got out of the seminar when it comes to like answers. Yeah. So yeah, that was, again, very helpful for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You sir. I saw in the little like documentary they released, like Rhea Ripley was there, Bianca was there, Charlotte Flair, Natty Neidhart, like John Cena, like he was there, like watching matches. Like that must have been stressful.
It was so crazy, and in the documentary you see like that whole moment, because he just walks in and he's like, "Look who's here, y'all!" And we were like,
"Oh, so you didn't know?"
But yeah, no.
Did you know any of the other guys?
No. She on the first day she like set out like, okay, this is what's gonna be happening, but she didn't tell us who's showing up.
Okay.
That was the only thing. Yeah. So every day there was like a surprise guest. And Cena was he was on the last day. And this was like to watch her matches. But it was great because when he was watching our matches, he would note take. And he gave us feedback after.
He was not only watching, but he was analyzing as well.
Yes, because he still believes in always being a student of the game. Even him, like he like took us aside and spoke to all of us about the match and stuff like that. So that was incredible just to even see. And man, like it was kind of like, it was like not stressful to do the match. You know what? Sometimes I surprise myself because when it comes to situations like that, I don't get nervous. Like I don't, and it's not because like I want this or anything. It's just like, we're here. Okay, it's that time. Like, cause like I'm at the point where like I know who I am. I'm ready to showcase that. Yeah. And it's like, Christina's here. Okay, let's show them who we got. Like that's like the mindset that I was going in with. Like I wasn't thinking being nervous or anything. I was so feared. I can't even describe why that happens, but I don't know. So it was like a slightly uncomfortable feeling. Like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna showcase my style and all the things. And like, the feedback that he gave me was amazing, which I keep right here. Like like the things that he told me was like another confirmation. Like reassurance, all the things. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like maybe. The mindset was like, when are you ever going to be in a situation like this again?
Right.
It's like, and to like hold anything back in terms of wrestling, in terms of character, in terms of like what you can do to show this, like, why?
No, yeah, exactly. You got to show it right there. It's like, wait, it's that time.
What like a beautiful thing to do for indie wrestlers and also just women wrestlers.
Yes, because we need that. We absolutely need that.
And it's like, that's Bayley. That's like, you talk to any person or like even male like wrestlers coming into the industry now, that Bayley versus Sasha Banks match in Brooklyn, huge inspiration to so many.
Yes.
That's in my
still talking about. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So I was like, how was it getting feedback from Bayley?
It was great because she came from the Indies too, and so she understands. And I love that she likes my style and everything too. But she is so real. Like she still contacts all of us. Like we have a group chat and everything, and she makes sure that she's updated with what we're doing. that's the thing. That's the thing now. Like she's like, y'all are mine now. That's what she said. Like y'all are mine now.
Baby.
Yeah. So like she's keeping tabs on what we're doing and everything, but like she's so comfortable to talk to at the same time, which is great. And again, it's being on the indies, like we don't really have that. Like we don't have anyone to like, especially from the main roster currently.
Right.
It's cool that we can message her real quick.
Nice.
And she'll message back. It's great to have somebody like that. And we can, of course, in her matches, get feedback, which we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
We've been sending her matches since the seminar, promos, and she'll give us feedback on promos, and then she'll ask if they have anything coming up, or she'll even help out like with certain booking if she hears anything. Like, so she's still very helpful on that end.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's absolutely beautiful to like it. Shout out to Bayley.
yeah.
Yeah. And so you do that training, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, but then a little bit afterwards, you go train at the dungeon.
Yes.
With 99.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I hear of somebody training at the dungeon, either like back in the day or now, I always envision this like kind of cave where it's just like lit by torches and people are just like really bare bones, just training on mats and everything.
Yeah.
Like, but I think about too just like how like it is intense training. It is training with a purpose, training with a goal in mind, right? And then training like by like people who absolutely understand technical wrestling to the highest degree. Like, what was that experience like for you?
It was great, and it was very fast-paced type of training, which was cool. I love that, and very intense. And she was talking a lot about aggression, which I love. And so it was great to train in that type of style with that type of energy going in, because that's how you should be training. You should be training like how you would actually, run a match.
Mm-hmm.
So very like just aggressive and with intent, like you're moving like with intention and all that. It's not just all soft and all of that. Like, so it was great, and everyone there was very like amazing. Like there's a couple of them that I worked with before, but there's other people that like Jacob Tattoo was there too. But he was like, so it was people who are on the main roster currently who still like go over there and train with everybody else. So it was cool to be into. They were playing music, like it was chill.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we were vibing.
And kicking people up.
Yeah, literally like scrambling around. The drills are I like the drills that we did, because it's kind of like we're practicing like we're running a match, like certain parts of the match, and we're going corner to corner, and like it's like very fast paced, like in and out. It's like
Yeah, because it's like a preacher battle, so it works on your cardio.
Yeah, that was the main thing that she was like pointing out, like, okay, one person's staying in, you're gonna work with everybody, chain with everybody for 30 seconds, like that. Yeah.
That sounds intense, but also just so exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. Like after those two, like just like Lodestone and then training at the dungeon, like how much more of a complete wrestler did you feel?
I felt a little bit more, again, it's just like a lot of just confirmation. This is more confirmation. More. And it was great. It's just great to start the year off that way, too, because I'm like, okay,
It's ready to go. Thanks.
I would have been ready to I'm ready to really get it,
Mhm.
So it's just great to have even like women's wrestlers at that Bayley and Natty, like just being on that type of time and like letting me know and being straight up, everything that's much needed. So I really just appreciate all of that. And I definitely recommend people to, if they have the opportunity, to train with people like that. If they see any open opportunity, or if someone running a seminar, like if Bailey she was running another seminar, or anything like that, submit an application. Go for it. because you never know.
Right.
You never know. Even if you feel like you're not entirely ready, you're gonna learn something, and you're gonna leave like with a lot.
Right. Yes. No. There you go. Just sign up.
Yes. Just sign up. Just do it.
Exactly. Just do it.
Yes.
I watched your debut for GCW's Bloodsport, and what a perfect setting for you to wrestle. I think that like there's certain wrestlers you see like either in indies or just like signed to promotions, the companies where you're like, oh, they fit perfectly here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like for you, just watching you kind of be in the ring with your movements and just kind of having a match with Jordan Blake, the way you moved and the way you looked just felt like you were kind of at home in that.
Oh, yeah. With Jordan, too, she's like my best friend. So I was like very mad comfortable with her.
Okay.
My debut was actually in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
For Bloodsport.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Because my first Bloodsport was Tampa Mania.
Gotcha.
I didn't really know who I was. Still, I was still not confident in who I was. Like I knew, but I was going into it just very unsteady. Like I felt like I had to prove something. Like that I fit in.
Yeah.
In this whole independent scene, because like everyone looks so cool to me, like everyone's popping. Like, well, I want to like.
I will be popping too.
I want to be popping too, and it was just like really getting in my head.
Okay.
And I really wanted to be accepted, like to the point where it was like I was losing myself, and that I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. So I was looking at other people, and like that was like my first Bloodsport. Mind you, I loved my debut match. It was against KZT. But so I did that one, and then I did Dallas Mania, where I was still in that headspace.
Yeah.
But every time I do a Bloodsport, I feel like I've grown into a new wrestler.
Yeah.
And if you look at each Bloodsport I did, you will see how different they look.
Okay.
Basically, it's crazy. So, if you have time to look at each year. Each year it looks so different. Even the Philly Mania one.
It is.
It's a different energy, and I'm starting to get it now. People are telling me that like my energy is different, like currently, and I absolutely agree. Just looking back at it to now, and then like my Bloodsport with Jordan. She's my best friend and everything, but like even like me and her, we talk about it all the time. Where like we've been wrestling for the same amount of years, where we know who we are, and like that was our time to show, like to bring that energy in. Like, okay, this is who we are. We're like we were these women wrestlers on the indies who we were trying to get signed, trying to get on TV, who have a different style, because it's so tough. Having such a different type of style, where it's like striking, or even like with Jordan Blake, it was like just crown base, where it's like, okay, where is this absolutely accepted? Well, we're gonna show people that it's part of wrestling. Like this is cool too, especially for women's wrestling. That's how I felt for that match.
Okay.
Just like every match is like, okay, I was different in every Bloodsport.
Yeah.
But I was also going in with some sort of intention. Like there was always a message behind each match. In a way that I was like, but right now it's like I want to represent that hard-hitting style. Like representation is really big for me. That's one thing, but it's like I want to show that women's wrestling, we can go hard and we can have this style that's very, very much different. That's gonna make people feel uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the matches that you had that people should go and watch? They get to know you.
I would say look at me versus me Yamashita. I believe there's a couple of matches that we get. That'll definitely tell you what's up. Like,
What is it?
Because we're both kickers. And I just love wrestling her because like we're always giving the same energy.
Yeah.
And we understand why we're here and what we're about to showcase. So every time I have a match with her or someone with like a martial arts background or anything like that, it feels cool because we already know it's gonna be something different.
Right.
Like I'm not worried about doing the same thing as somebody else on a show, that type of thing. So going to like a match like that, like we're about to, people are going to remember this match for sure. So me versus me, your match too. Yes. The next one that comes to mind, me versus Queen Aminata. This was like a few years ago for Women's Wrestling Army. And there's a moment in that match because during that time, I would say, I still kind of knew who I was, it just wasn't fully established yet. But during that time in that match, me and her, like, she wasn't even signed at AEW yet, but like we were like trying to prove that hard hitting style, like we were both on that same type of time. Yeah. So there was like a moment where we're kicking each other in the back, and that moment was actually clipped, and that's like what really made the match kind of like shine a little bit more. But it was like we were kicking each other and like we were like just not holding it back. And it's like people can feel it. So I would say check out that match, me versus Kamiyama as well. Yeah.
What would you say are some of your proudest accomplishments in your career so far?
I will say I love the tours I did in Japan because that was like my number one goal, really. When I came to traveling was to go to Japan. And I went there a few times and I wrestled for 2 different companies. And I was living there for 2 months for one of the companies. And I was there by myself. There was no other foreigners. Like I would meet up with certain people, but overall, I was by myself basically every day. Yeah, and then like they would just tell me like, "Oh, meet here for this show on this day." So it was like throughout the week, I was alone, roaming around, living in a hotel by myself, small hotel, figuring things out. But that's the whole part of the experience too, like being in Japan, which I also recommend. If anyone has an opportunity to go overseas, do it. Even if you can't go for that long. I was thankful to go for 2 months because I didn't really have anything going on at home.
Okay.
So I was able to be there for that long. So even if it's like for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, do it. Because you're gonna grow from just basically being there in general. Because the way that they work over there is different. And you're just gonna learn a lot about yourself. But you're gonna have a lot of time by yourself. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself, and there's gonna just be a whole cleanse in your mind, basically. And I would say that's my greatest accomplishment, like really that I could think of, because again, that was like a big goal that I had, but I also felt like my style was appreciated over there. Because over there, they're very respectful. If you like watch a lot of the shows in Japan, like they're very quiet, and they would clap for certain times of the match, even if they just scramble a little bit and break away, like straight clapping. All of it, like it's just like very respectful, and they were doing that a lot during the matches. Like again, I felt appreciated, and just my style worked over there. So I would say, like that whole experience. I can go on for days and talk about Japan. That's like something that that's like at the top of my list as a greatest accomplishment.
Congrats on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, for sure. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Anything you'd like to plug to the cameras?
So, I mean, I'm on Instagram all the time and on X, Janai_Kai, and I'm always updating what's going on. every week. I'm vlogging sometimes. I'm trying to show the most that I can as far as like my perspective, like my indie journey, so like people can see as well. As far as like what's going on, and a little bit like of like my personal life, because like, you know, as an independent wrestler, we have other things going on. So like I show that side of things too. Like I like to show like the realness when it comes to all of it. So you can just follow me on socials and see what I got going on there.
There you go. And all of the matches that we talked about and all of the social will be in the description below, so you can easily find them. And once again, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
And thank you everyone for watching. Remember, new Ringville episodes every single Monday, every single week. And until next time, be out.